later on in late 30s. And then I moved to the second word of my title, project, which is like, we can elaborate as the act of projecting, how this gaze that I described to you before got projected later when we entered the new century, the 20th century. In the 1920s, 1930s, Europe was full of exotic dances. It's like European male or female dancers who dance as exotic being, like with costumes and everything, not necessarily doing the technique, but more projecting the Orient, the way they imagined. And Ruth Sindenis became probably one of the famous. I picked her example because her importance later on in modern dance. I think many of these dances, I mean, you could see she was trying to be, she was prolific. She wanted to be a geisha, she wanted to be a Radha. Radha is a Hindu goddess, a lover of Krishna, and she wanted to be a Javanese princess. And many of the dances were created before she came to Asia. But in 1925 and 26, she and her company finally did a big tour to Far East Asia, which she called the Oriental Tour. So my question is how the dances changed before and after she's been to the Orient. So again, in Paris, they held this Exposition Universelle in 1931, but the situation was different. If in 1889 it was the height, the peak of colonialization, in 1931 it was probably the early decline. So this time the Dutch East Indies promoted Bali, the island of Bali. So in 1889 it was Java, so now it's Bali. So again, dance was central in the pavilion attraction. So they perform a lot of dances, and in Bali many dances are based in ritual, a temple ritual that were performed specifically for certain occasion. So now it's transformation, how you perform something that used to be for ritual, and now for an occasion like this, promoting, again, alongside promoting goods or, tea and coffee, things like that, and promoting the advancement of the colony, economic enterprises. Some Western artists, thinkers, literati, Hollywood producer also move to the island, and they leave this new Orientalists and influence how the arts and culture in Bali would change or transform. Again, the interconnecting gazing and projecting. So how these Westerners gaze at what Bali was, and how Balinese dancers, artists were projecting themselves based on this, responding into this gaze.